Hey y'all, this is Marla K. Hope everybody is doing well. Hopefully, I have my mic challenges situated. Everything is updating and it changes so fast. So you can use something one day, the next day is upgraded, and you don't realize that it's changed. So, deal with old people and technology. Will ya? Thanks in advance. All right. So this story comes from Marca, and it is a very interesting story because I want to tie it to scripture, where in the book of Revelation it talks about in Revelation 13 how we will um, have something in our foreheads in order to participate in this new beast system. And one of the things that I find interesting about this particular story is that Mark Zuckerberg says we are not going to have cell phones soon. And one of the things that it talks about in scripture is that you will have something. Well, let me just read it to you. In Revelation 13, and I'm going to start with 15. Well, let me go back to 14. So I'm going to start with 14. So I'm in Revelation 13. I'm going to start with verse 14. So it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had powers, little h, had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live. And this is 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. I'm sorry, going to 17. So that, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And 18 says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So I want to focus on the mark, because this statement to me suggests that we're getting closer to the mark that is getting closer to your head. So Mark Zuckerberg announces that the date that will end mobile phones, and is clear about their replacement. It will be like computers. So he says there will come a point where your smartphones will be in your pocket more than out, he argues. So it says the mobile phone appeared in our lives just under 3 decades ago, a real revolution. But now there are signs of change. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has been the one to make it clear what is coming. And he said so with a telling phrase, it will be like computers, he said. In fact, he has a substitute. He talks about a product that will gradually replace smartphones after smartwatches failed in their attempt and were not implemented as such and have remained as a useful accessory. So these people, these fallen angels, continue to look for a route that will cause people to become more comfortable with getting something closer to their forehead, um, to use this technology, to be on the internet, because that's all it's for. You know, the smart watch, all this different smart technology, it's just to participate. You know, it's a trendy way to be on the internet, but it's also the way that the B system can ensure it has control over its slaves, so to speak. And they're looking for new ways for people to gradually accept it and make it mainstream. And y'all know they're gonna target us. We don't. One thing about us, somehow we all, even if we not religious, a lot of us are concerned about that mark of the beast. We don't know what it is. Not us awakened people, but I'm just saying in general, even Christians, black African American Christians, like, we don't know what it is, but when you start talking about putting stuff in our forehead to get it close to our forehead, we ain't down with that. And so it's not necessarily us who will lead the way for the acceptance of this technology, but I also think that they will get us because they'll give you something free, and black, that's free, no cost, no charge, is the thing that gets black people. So so-called black African American people. So whatever they create, it'll get us because we love free stuff. We like easy stuff. And unfortunately, that is going to be a huge problem for a lot of us. So it says Mark Zuckerberg has talked about the element that will change the technology landscape. It is smart glasses. So they had to come back with that stuff again. Um, that was the purpose of those, what they call those, virtual reality glasses, those VR goggles. Everything is a gradual progression to get you to the point where you will accept something in your head, embedded in your body, that you cannot take out, and it will allow you to be controlled by AI or um, whatever the B system creates that will be able to um, allow or prevent us from participating in this final economic system. So it says they will become the next big computing platform, says Mark. And this is why it's very important also to be trying to figure out, not be so caught up in entertainment and in on social media, on having internet access. You're really gonna have to have a mindset of, we're gonna have to go back to pre-internet days. You're not gonna be able to have a computer. You're not gonna be able to have technology. Um, you probably won't be able to have a phone because they're trying to do away with landlines. So you're not gonna have technology. If you're going to communicate, it will be with people in your community, and you're going to have to go to them or have some way to communicate with them because they're probably not going to have mail. They're going to do everything via technology because in that way they can track you. Um, and if you don't have that, they're either going to take you out or they're not going to allow you to participate in the financial system. And they're making it so that everything is digitized so that you cannot uh, participate in the financial system without participating in, the system by downloading apps, using new fintech products, banking, without being able to go into a branch, engaging in online banking, using barcodes, all kinds of stuff, self-checkout. So there are just a lot of different ways that they have uh, got it to the point where they're ready to introduce this new system, or just about ready. So it says, according to him, that this is what will happen with glasses. There will come a point where your smartphone will be in your pocket more than out of it. I think it will happen during the 2030s. And although you may be able to perform the task in a more complete or better way with your phone, users will opt for convenience of glasses to do so. So they want you to put these glasses on your head because guess what? They're plowing us with technology inside of our bodies, in food, in medicine, in the air, it's in the water, it's in everything. So soon, if the Most High don't come deliver us, we're all going to be embedded with that solution that they've been testing out for the last couple of years. And of course, it's digital. It's got stuff in it that they can connect to technology. Like we're walking smart things. And so if you putting glasses on our face, guess what? Those glasses are where? Gonna be on our head. May or may not be on your forehead if you lift them up, but they will be close enough to your brain and your eyeballs where if they want to control you with this new beast system, with this AGI, with this artificial generative intelligence, they can do so. And so you need to be paying attention to this and understand everything that is happening or has been happening over the last couple of years is gradual. And I remember when they came out with the virtual reality goggles, I was like, what is this for? So you can go to the metaverse and do what? And buy stuff. What? You're going to buy stuff, buy pictures that's not real. What? Like everything is practice. They got the kids doing it. They got the adults doing it. They got adults walking around, driving with virtual reality goggles on and getting out of the car, walking around with those things on. Like, you know, people are just stupid. And I just want to make sure people who follow me are not deceived. So you got to be thinking along the lines of what's coming. So Apple with its Vision Pro and Meta are the most prominent companies when it comes to smart glasses, but many other technology companies are already on the way. So this was the end of the story, but I just wanted to share with you what is coming, what's planning. If they're telling you now, today is 2024, getting ready to be 2025. They're not announcing this for nothing. So I assume, this is the prelude to the chaos. When the chaos is done, they're going to introduce this technology and you're going to be glad to have it because guess what? You're going to want the internet because you're addicted to the internet. You're going to want to be on social media because you're addicted to social media. You're going to want to be able to search because right now you have the privilege of searching, but you're searching on the old internet. When they introduced Web 3.0 and the Internet of Things, it will be a new internet. It's not going to be the same, but you won't know it because, if you're not awakened, you won't know that everything has changed. You'll lead when it goes down and comes back up. You're gonna think everything is the same, but it's not. And it's just very disheartening to see so many people participate in all these new technologies, every new thing that comes out, especially if it's an Apple product or something that Meta puts out. People are, oh yeah, this is cool. And they even get it for the kids. Oh yeah, I got smart glasses. Yeah, I got VR goggles. I'm using to play video games. Like everything that they're doing is getting you ready, getting you primed to get something in your head. So be mindful when you get your kids this technology. If I were you, I would be going old school. Reading, teaching your kids to read books, having books and lots of things for kids to do manually so they won't be so engaged in technology. Try to talk to your young parenting children. I know it's very easy to throw something in front of the kid's face to get them out of to keep them occupied. But this is a very dangerous time because that generation will be the generation who won't fear, who doesn't know the Most High. They don't know the book of Revelation, and the parents don't know it because they're not going to church anymore. They don't know, the churches are not teaching about the times that we're living in, and how close we are to this beast system going online, and how close we are to having to make the decision about the mark. We're all going to have to make a choice whether we participate in this system. And if you choose to participate in this system, your will be taken away. Now, the End of the World Ministries did a really good video today about Elon Musk and basically called him the false prophet. And I said a couple years ago, before Muski Boi purchased Twitter, that the purchase didn't set well with me because it was around the time he announced that, he was creating Neuralink. And then the reason that he got X, he said, or Twitter, was because he could get all that data. Twitter was like the biggest social media company on the planet, and people used it to communicate. And so he had a chance to get all the data, not just from Twitter, but also data from our phones, our habits, our how we communicated, where all the things that we were interested in. Because when you use these apps and these sites, you give them permission to access your computer and your phone, or whatever devices, your tablet, whatever devices you use to access them. And so we have basically given our power over to the beast willfully a lot of the times, because we don't read, because we like comfort, because we just want to have fun and just want to hurry up and get the experience over. We just want the free thing, not understanding what you're sacrificing in exchange for the free thing. So it is vital that you really start to watch your digital footprints, to come up with alternative ways to entertain yourself, to understand the day is coming where you're going to have to make a choice. And that choice is going to come with some consequences. The word has already told us the choices that we're going to have to make, and the consequences that can come with them. You need to be preparing yourselves for doing without, and for possibly even not being here, because these people are going to be upset with folks who don't want to participate in their system, and they're definitely going to be upset because we are not going to participate. The majority of us are not going to go for it, because one thing we know about is that mark. So it's very interesting times. And again, like, if you're not reading, you're not understanding what these people are planning. They're telling us what they're going to do. We need to listen. We need to listen. All right, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Share with me what you think about what is coming, and what do you see as far as the natural progression of, and I hate to say natural, the unnatural progression of technology as we march towards this new beast system that apparently is coming online very soon. All right. Keep praying, keep prepping, repent, seek the Most High, obey those laws, statutes, and commandments, and don't be deceived, because the deception is real. It's here and it's everywhere. It's not just the one thing you got to worry about. You got to worry about a lot of things. And as we, experience this end time prophecy, we thought it was just going to be one thing. It's a lot of stuff that we have to look out for. So you can't afford to keep your eyes closed. You can't afford to be asleep at the wheel. You can't afford to not read, not listen, examine everything, and trust nothing without testing it. That's where we are. But this technology, anything new, y'all ought to be opting out of it. You shouldn't be buying any new technology. I'm just be honest. And I don't care what kind of phone come out. You don't need it. 5G, 6G, 7G, you don't need it. Smart, um, Glasses, you don't need them. Smartwatches, you don't need them. Those Fitbits and anything that's smart that hooks up to Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, whatever, you don't need it. It's all bad. All of it. All leading to the beast system. All of it is tracking you. All of it is helping them learn about us so that they can ensnare us in these last final days. All right, this is Marley K. Love y'all. And I'm